The boys.
It's the Boys Cast.
The lads.
It's the Boys Cast.
The dudes.
Prepare yourself for Boys Cast.
The bros.
It's the Boys Cast.
The homies.
It's the Boys Cast.
The dudes.
Experience the Boys Cast.
The boys. Cast.
We got supply teacher Polishuk.
Are we good?
What did you call it? A supply?
Supply teacher. Well, you know what I'm saying? Ryan's a teacher and he's not here? Fucking come on.
It's a substitute
Ryan's-
teacher.
supply teacher.
I think that might be in Canada.
Supply teacher?
Yeah,
Because they're just supplied to teach you?
I guess.
We call
Anyways,
them
get going
substitutes.
because you're
All
wasting
right,
gold.
What's up, everybody?
Sounds
Welcome
like
to an
cover
all-new episode of The Boys Cast. We have the boys with us, the
Yeah.
boys
Oh,
panel.
the dogs,
Jay,
the dogs.
Vega, JJ, the dog, Stolen Valor Lieberman over here, wearing his Wounded Warrior Project shirt and the camo shorts.
Oh,
You're going full Stolen Valor, huh? How many free coffees you been getting?
First one of the day, baby.
On the house. Thank you for your service, sir.
Did you actually get that for free?
No, but
He
I've
looks
got
like he was working one of the burn pits in Iraq.
I was sucking off all the soldiers who couldn't move.
Jesus.
All right. Well, Ryan is on tour in Australia. He's going to be back next week. And so for now, we got the boys. So put on your bibs because we're going to be eating some slop this week, JJ.
by the way, speaking of bibs, my earphones don't work. But let me just
Well,
say,
why didn't you say something before we started recording?
because Ryan's not here and we're fucking troublemakers.
JJ has real sleepover vibes right now. He goes, nobody's here to...
Guys, it's called Ookie Cookie.
I have played that and I purposely lost.
Shut up.
Oh, get off
That's
it.
bullshit.
That's
The
fucking...
numbers are tanking right now in this episode.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
we
there's
just-
no way he lost Ookie Cookie because there's no way he isn't going to pre-jack as soon as he sees a bunch of dudes.
Yeah.
around
I'm
Ookie.
skeptical if anybody's ever played Ookie Cookie.
JD Vance.
JD Vance
Did
played?
you not see that came out yesterday? That JD Vance lost a game of Ookie Cookie?
No.
That's not real.
Yes,
that was
it's real.
no,
Tell
that
more.
was fake.
He apparently fucked a couch too, right?
That's not real either. We're gonna get all to this stuff,
Did
but
you
to
see that
start,
the AP said that they couldn't print the retraction because they can't prove he didn't fuck a couch.
I think the burden on proof is the people who are claiming
It's on
that the
the
couch
couch.
got.
Yeah, it's on the couch. The couch needs to prove.
They got to send
Claim
CSI
department.
couch department to go check out the couch. So, the Olympics. Did you guys see this opening?
I saw
Oh,
some of the
yeah.
opening.
So this has
You
been the
mean that-
topic du jour.
The fat pig.
The fat pig DJ, the lesbian DJ.
She was a DJ in it? I don't know.
She's a DJ in real life. She's
Okay.
a butch,
She's a professional eater too. That whore.
real sleepover vibes from JJ. JJ's gonna bust out the pop and chip soon.
Don't give this guy more sugar, man. He'll be
No,
fucking out of
he's,
control.
he's on a sugar bender. But so a lot of people are up in arms over this. Are you guys boycotting the Olympics?
I didn't give a fuck about the Olympics before. I don't give a fuck about the Olympics
People
after.
were like, I'm boycotting these Olympics.
I was against the Olympics. Then I saw there was a trans boxer beating the shit out of women. I'm like,
because of the but
It's full of shit.
But he said he was like, it's going to be so clean that I'll swim through it. And
Yeah.
then there was a Twitter account live updating when you could go piss and shit in the river, and your piss and shit would hit the mayor.
Yeah.
There are a bunch of rabble rousers over there
Yeah,
in France.
They just like to watch it all burn, dude. Yeah, they're like, we want gay Jesus. We want this blue guy. Was that the blue guy supposed to be
He was supposed to
Jesus?
be Dionysus, so they basically originally they did the intro, and then all these people got furious because Christians are generally kind of like low hanging fruit in terms of like you can make fun of them.
oh,
and, like,
so easy.
And they
so
freaked
easy.
out.
You're not gonna
So
get like I mean
easy.
there was 20 plus years of like Christians you f- kids, and everybody in the audience was like oh yeah. F- kids. I guess.
Satanic was trending on Twitter.
Yeah.
They were going nuts.
Oh,
bro.
dude,
Little
the
losers,
Christian right? They were f***ing losing their minds over this shit.
I love watching Elon post pictures and be like, isn't this satanic? It's like, don't you believe in simulation theory? Are we in a simulation or is God real? You fucking
I mean,
dick.
look, Satan's got real programmer vibes. If I'm being honest,
Yeah, he's running a good
He's in the ultimate goon cave down there.
A few of us have been there.
Hell is the ultimate goon cave.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, you can never come in hell. You're not allowed to come. You can only goon.
Sounds like hell to me. But yeah, and anyways, and then they walked it back. The people who put it on, they're like, no, it was the Feast of Dionysus, which was, I guess, where they kind of stole, because everything comes from older things before that, like pagan whatever shit. And then they're like, no, it's actually the Feast of Dionysus, which is similar to the Last Supper. That's where the blue guy came from or whatever. But then the chick, the fat DJ chick, posted on her Instagram story, and she called it specifically the New Gay Testament. Right, so she kind of outed them.
It is such a funny thing to do, to be like, yeah, we're just gonna do drag Last Supper. It's like so on the nose that you're like, no one would do that.
They were
Yeah.
already wearing dresses.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
But
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
it's so French, because one, it's like if you, and I went and looked at other opening ceremonies to just get a reference. Obviously, Russia was like the most based. They're like no gay shit. Gay shit's literally illegal.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they were the only ones, because if you watch all the other ones,
They just did power slap at the opening ceremony. You can't give medal, but you do this.
yeah, just shooting guns in the air.
Dude,
or whatever.
power slap at the Olympics? Let's go.
Yeah,
We need
I
it.
hate power slap.
It's so
Really?
bad. It's so
It's-
bad.
You think it's bad?
it sucks.
It sucks.
It's great for Instagram, though.
Yeah, it's great for like a
Sure.
5-second clip of a guy getting a concussion.
That's it. Yeah.
I honestly, because we went to watch darts, and darts is more entertaining than power slap.
Significantly.
Oh, I bet darts is fun.
Dude,
It's
darts
super fun,
is
especially when you're
professional darts.
yipped out of your face.
Oh man, just everybody there's wasted. It's if you've never seen professional darts in person, I highly
It's the
recommend
most
going.
tense. Like the boring parts are super boring, but then
Yeah.
the
It's
super
baseball.
tense parts.
It's exact samely like
In New
exact-
York, you went to see it?
Yeah,
but
we went to
like
Madison Square Garden.
What?
At
Yeah.
the theater at Madison Square Garden. It was
That's
like
sick.
5,000 people.
The top of the bottom of the ninth is every 15 minutes.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Exactly.
Easy.
They have to get 501 or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
they have to get
So-
right directly down to zero. Your last thing has to be a double.
Wouldn't bowling be fun like that too? The people are probably such nerds, but they go crazy.
No, bowling's not fun because you're just watching them like the equivalent for bowling is you have to watch them do a whole game
Yeah.
of bowling.
Yeah.
or
But
what about when
But like
Pete
the only
Wentworth-
exciting part of bowling is probably like the last frames.
Oh, right.
Whereas like you're getting the last frames in darts like every
Instantly,
10 minutes.
yeah.
And people are just screaming.
Oh, like
Yeah.
everybody, and then
Nuts.
you just like goes completely calm, and you're just like bored again, and then they like switch it over or whatever,
And then it gets super tense, and then everybody screams, and then it's like people like gasp because you just missed by like a fucking hair. You know?
Oh,
what I mean?
that's pretty cool.
yeah, it's pretty sick. And,
Yeah.
and there was this Canadian guy who was there who
Yeah.
he was like unranked, who like literally is like an accountant from.
Yeah, he was just and he was whooping
Like,
ass. Yeah.
he's like literally this dude was like an
Yeah.
accountant from Barrie, and he was
Yeah.
like clean and
I
out.
love that.
And he had like
It's
it's
I
just like
play in
some
bars
guy.
sometimes.
Just
No,
plays in his
legitimately,
bar.
like that guy
Yeah.
just plays in
Dude,
bars.
he won the North American Championship, but then the day we were there, he beat two of the best darts players on the planet. And
Really?
like, he literally was like, I don't know what's going on. Any other day, those guys would have whooped my ass.
Yeah, because Mike Harrington was betting on him, and
Yeah.
this guy had like the longest.
Yeah, Michael
odds.
Smith is the guy. No, not Michael Smith. What the hell is his
something
name?
like that, and he had like
He
the
beat Michael Smith.
Yeah, he beat Michael Smith, and he had like one of the, I can't remember what his nickname was, but his nickname was like the lamest nickname.
Dude, and it's very much the boys kind of thing. You're just like it's all dudes.
It's
getting
honestly,
drunk.
I give it one of my strongest seals
Live
of
events I've
approval
gone
for
to,
live
yeah,
events.
it's like it's very high.
And this is a regular thing that they.
Yeah, they had it recently, but I was gone.
Oh,
they had it like 2
yeah.
months ago.
Yeah. I
And
was
you,
out of
people
town,
are just
too.
drinking beer and eating hot dogs.
Everybody's getting smashed. All these people are dressed as pylons because that's like a big part
Yeah.
of the darts culture. Is everybody dresses like pylons for some reason?
Okay.
So you'll see all these people walking around these like pylons
Cones on their head and shit, yeah.
and these like or what do they call them? Traffic cones here.
Yeah, yeah.
I have to catch myself. That's one of the things where I said pylons.
I found out what a supply teacher was 10 minutes before.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
started.
Yeah.
So, and there's probably no women there except the few that look like the
Like-
opening ceremonies chick.
Kind of. Well, some chicks get dragged there, but no, it's
Yeah.
pretty much 95%.
It's like at a
guys.
boys cast live show. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's
That's
like,
great.
it's some guy with his fucking girlfriend who's just like, God damn it.
Yeah, like why am I here? It's like it smells, and you're
Well,
just like, "Rah."
it is the perfect thing to bring your girl to because, like, you'll bring her and then she's so bored and then she's like, "Why can't you go with your guy friends?" You're like, "I wanted to, but you insisted that we do something."
yeah, you just ruined, and then
You
then-
had zero suggestions.
Yeah,
for this
yeah.
weekend.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
no,
great.
you're like, "I wanted to go to this," and you're like, "Well, I'll come too," and you go,
Yeah.
"Okay."
that's
Boys
some good
Cast tip of the
mindfuckery.
week.
Boyscast tip of the week, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, I watched the former like older Olympics opening ceremonies, and other than Russia,
Oh, so you were just fucking gaying out this weekend.
well, that's my point actually. Yes, is that they have all these dance things, and they're all gay people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because they're dancers, except for Russia.
Yeah.
Russia, they were all just like
was just
straight
bears.
ballerines or whatever you
Yeah,
call
yeah.
them or whatever.
Well,
Ballerinas and stuff.
those people that
But then France was like dude with a beard and like a lot of guys with beards.
there's actually a lot of ballerinas. Like, what are the male ones called? Ballerines?
Ballerines, I
Yeah,
believe.
the ballerines. There's a lot of like the high level ones that are now straight.
What do you mean they're now straight?
Well, because
It's illegal to be gay in
you?
Russia.
well,
Yeah, it's
no,
illegal to be gay.
no, I'm saying like probably nobody wanted to do that shit because everyone.
What do you mean,
thought-
Baryshnikov, man, in the 80s? That
Who?
guy he was like the most famous
Oh.
male ballerina.
Okay, well, my
He was in
theory is wrong.
He was in Sex and the City, and he was fucking cleaning up.
Yeah, he's probably
who-
fucking
I mean, ultimate
awesome.
like wolf in sheep's clothing too, because
Yeah.
you're like ballerina. This guy must be gay, and that guy is.
Well, I
just-
knew a dude I went to high school with went to FIT, and I remember I ran into him like sophomore year of college, and I was just like, "How's FIT going?" He goes, "Dude, it was the best decision I ever made." And I was
What's
like, "What do you
FIT?
mean?" Fashion Institute of
Oh,
Technology,
right,
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 here in
right.
Manhattan. And he went to FIT. He's like, "Dude, I'm the only straight guy in my year."
yeah.
Like
Wow,
he's like just
it's
smart.
cleaning up.
Yeah, yeah.
Smart.
And does he work in fashion now?
I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
20
Who
years
cares
ago.
about
I
that?
ran into him at a random party and asked him how much coos he was getting.
Yeah. Not important part of the story. We're just trying to see how wet this
out
guy's
of
dick
curious.
is.
All right. Also on the topic of the Paris Olympics, because they are running out of real food.
Oh,
in the,
really?
Yes, in the Olympic Village or whatever, because they're trying to be the super green Olympics.
Yeah.
Right. So they had the. I don't know if you've seen the beds. Have you seen all the beds? and
cardboard
chairs?
beds,
Oh,
yeah.
So they're all these.
I thought it
they're
was to make it
cardboard.
less comfortable to fuck on. 'cause
Yeah.
of all the
They said
fucking
that,
happens.
but no, it's not to make it less comfortable. It's legitimately because they're trying to be like they can just basically fold it down. They're just throwing out cardboard after. Because
Yeah.
you imagine like older Olympics, they're just like if you ever go to Montreal and they had that whole Olympic thing, and now it's like condos and stuff in
Yeah.
Montreal.
Gotcha.
But like they probably everybody had like a metal bed or like a and then the tear down of that is probably like just so much garbage.
Send
left
that
over.
shit to
Yeah.
fucking Africa with all the fucking
Probably
t-shirts
the
for
co-
losers.
Yeah.
Exactly. The Super Bowl T-shirts and shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably easier to ship T-shirts than like.
Yeah,
so they
full
said their
beds.
whole thing is not fucking.
No. Well, they've always dissuaded that or whatever, and I think they actually just turned Grinder back on because they like disabled
Really?
Grinder at the.
They
Olympics.
disabled only the gays weren't allowed to fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, they just said no
Well, they
gay
don't want-
sex.
They don't want Paris 2024 to be
Yeah.
AIDS Paris.
They spent all their gay cards at the top, and they're like, "Now we can't be gay anymore." Sorry, guys.
I have a buddy
got
who's
the
an
opening.
Olympian who's he's down there now, but his things
He's
in a week.
competing?
Yeah, he's competing.
You have a friend who's an Olympian?
Well, he's an IG guy who just like
Oh, okay.
he's for Team Canada
Have you ever met
too.
him?
No, we just chat
Oh,
in
yeah,
between,
yeah.
and I'm
my
like,
friend?
"Yo, please tell me all the details." They're like, "Dude,
he
there's
gay?
like they have like team meetings about this,
About fucking.
about straight."
Well,
No.
because they're probably you're focused on the task at hand here,
And they're like-
you've been preparing
Yeah,
for
but
this
they've
for
already
4
given.
years.
Look, so that I feel like that's got to be why they're doing archery day one. Those South Korean archers are fucking sucking everybody off now.
Oh yeah. Then you send them on the loose. You go now suck dick.
Yeah.
Like you send your hottest ones in first. They
Yeah.
win or
Gymnastics
lose.
is
and
early.
Then yeah.
Back, but I was like, what is going on here? Is this the fucking Sharia Olympics or something? Where they're like,
where was the epic cameraman guy? Remember you shared that on your story.
Where he was filming
Yeah,
their
yeah.
asses after the sprinting.
that wasn't from the Olympics.
No,
though.
was it?
Oh,
That got a
wasn't?
community. No, I wish it was from the Olympics. No, it was from some track meet or whatever.
And that got what taken down?
No.
Oh, I
Just-
It's just got a community note saying it's not from the current Olympics because I thought it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, literally like all these runners, sprinters finish up, and the guy's literally like at ass height,
Yeah.
just going, just circling around.
mega viral.
Isn't it usually
Yeah.
just cold in France this time of year?
No, it's hot
It
as shit.
can't be.
Because they got the
No,
snow.
Okay.
no, it's 80 right now in Paris.
That's,
Oh, okay.
But it's been raining a lot. This is one of the Christian right people were enjoying this. Torrential storms, all this stuff. There was a train derailment because a bunch of like eco-terrorists went and derailed a bunch of trains. Well, because everybody uses, because it's such a global, like everybody's eyes are on
So
the
they
Olympics,
think
even
that
though they're
God
not.
is really mad at this Olympics, but didn't
Well,
cause
the-
this weather for the Nazis.
Correct. It snowed. I've seen some documentaries. There was some snow. No. Yeah, they got
I
Yeah,
mean,
they-
they burned down that movie theater, but that was about it.
Yeah, that was about it.
I'll tell you, it looked uncomfortable for the Jews.
The Holocaust did?
Oh yeah.
Oh Jesus
Hot
Christ.
take.
If you ever see some of those, if you ever see some of those images, it didn't look good.
It didn't look good.
No, it looked cold.
They look pretty hungry. So the food at the Olympics is
Anyways,
running
the
out.
food. Well,
Yeah.
so
Let's loop this back around. Back to the
This is
food.
JJ's like meta comedy. Is taking a crack at it. But so there's a shortage. There's a shortage of grilled chicken and eggs because they're trying
Which
to.
are the only things Olympians eat.
Yeah, like literally, like, dude, to think they're like power lifters and they're like, that's like my whole diet.
Yeah.
is grilled chicken. That's all I eat, like mass amounts of it. But so some athletes have resorted to bringing packaged meals back to the village because they can't get their hands on any chicken and eggs because they're trying to feed them all like the fucking Impossible burgers.
Oh, what
No,
the
that
fuck, dude?
Yeah.
They're like, I'm
That
not going to
sucks.
eat
That's
this
not
fucking.
even like good carbs.
Because it's all plant based. Well, I know, and it's like super high in fat, but they're trying to go plant based to reduce the game's carbon.
Could you
footprint.
imagine
Oh,
spending
fuck
your
off.
whole
fucking
life
high
doing
performance
this?
athletes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. You literally from the age of 5 years old to get your dream to get the Olympics, and it's just the shittiest fucking Olympics.
Well, I mean, they're making you sleep. Like, I wonder this. Like, is LeBron James sleeping on the cardboard?
No.
no, fucking no way.
He's not
No way.
sleeping in a nurse's dorm.
No,
There's no.
no.
I mean, when you see like I remember the NHL.
You don't have. It's not like COVID where they had a bubble. Like you don't have to stay in the place.
Because the NHL Olympics, I remember when the NHL players haven't been in them for a while, but they're going to be back in the next one. But they would talk about like the last time they were in them, like they all stayed in the Olympic Village.
Well, I
Like,
think
all
some.
the-
I think some of these guys
Yeah,
probably want to, but also like the. LeBron James is one of the most famous person in the like. There's nobody in the entire NHL is not as famous as LeBron James.
Yeah, for sure.
Like it's so.
that
it's
was
just
my
like,
question though. Like,
Him and
is
Steph
it
Curry are
mandatory?
in a hotel suite.
Oh,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
In downtown Paris,
Yeah.
in like
Yeah.
$5,000 a night.
I assume that. I was wondering, is it mandatory
No.
to stay at the Village?
There-
You're
There's
staying.
no
You think
way.
you're hanging out with some fucking Olympic handball players? I don't think so.
I mean, some of those. I mean, again, I would want to stay because there's so many hot people.
Well,
yeah,
the
LeBron
fucking-
James has problem getting pussy.
Well, you know what though?
You know, that guy has never had a single cheating accusation.
But he's
That
for
is-
sure. I
He's
think
been, he's been with his wife since he was like 18.
Yeah, he's fucking though. There's no
You-
way. There's
you
not.
Snoop
Snoop has never had a single cheating accusation either.
Oh, is he married?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's been married to the same woman since he's like 18.
You have to be
Yeah, with high school
so
sweetheart.
They probably have an understanding.
Yeah,
Maybe-
you just
maybe-
make a hard deal where you're like, listen, these are the terms.
Yeah.
And you just stay, you shut the fuck up, and everything's good.
I mean, you could. I imagine he is. I wonder if he has a prenup because he was.
No, but what you have to be scared of, like if you're someone famous, like so what they do, like so my buddy, we're going to see him next week.
What does he do?
Ali Modami.
Oh no! The guy in the Olympics. What does he do?
Oh, he's the cyclist, but on the speed one.
Oh, the velodrome.
Indoor track.
Like we wouldn't know what the fuck a cyclist is.
Indoor track.
He
The
doesn't-
ones where they're like basically sideways.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that shit is crazy.
The
Oh yeah, Jack, and I would like DM him. He doesn't really think I'm gay, so
Why not?
Those
Has
bikes
he
don't
not-
have brakes on them. It's all fixed gears.
Oh,
That's
really?
where fixed gears come from. It's indoor track riding.
Oh shit!
I don't know.
Yeah, and then
So
all
you-
these, and then all these hipsters think you're supposed to ride them over the fucking Williamsburg Bridge.
I like how you fucking turned that to like. By the way, fuck hipsters, dude.
I'm
But
always
it
like
slows
this.
down when they get like is once they come down.
No, you have to slow down.
Yeah,
It does-
like
there's
the
no
pedals.
coasting.
Like you know,
Right.
like when you take your feet off a bike, the pedals keep turning. These
Yeah.
don't.
No, these.
Like
do.
oh no, sorry, these do. Sorry, yeah, these
There's
do.
no coasting. You have
There's
to
no
like to
coasting.
stop. You have to essentially. Let's say you're going this way. You have to pull your legs the
Pull
other way.
backwards.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he posted a picture. Like he'll post a picture, like he's like leading up to it, all the training, which is insane. Watching his like stories, but then he posted a picture in his hotel, and his I have never seen a guy as vain. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
Like
I
you
mean,
could
he's an
see-
Olympic athlete.
Oh,
an
but-
endurance Olympic athlete.
Endurance, but
his
he-
legs must be.
Well,
even
it's also that's the only cycling. That's the only like cardio sport like that where they do serious powerlifting because it's like leg strength actually matters. Like they
For sure.
squat a lot.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
fucking
Squat,
indoor cycling in particular.
and deadlifts,
Yeah.
everything like that's in
Yeah.
his stories.
All right, so the Republicans. We're gonna move to politics. Kamala Harris is everywhere. You were saying.
Yeah, she's popping up on my
She's
feed all
popping
the
off.
time.
She's
Yeah.
there's definitely been a bit of a
Well, they assume
momentum
you're voting
shift
for her.
They say, yeah,
because you're an immigrant and brown.
Yeah, they're like we got. him.
Brownie's black.
I mean, I'm in between.
I mean,
you
his
know?
actual skin color.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah, yeah. He's just
doing
doing
a
a
this is from Won't Pack Down. I hope the Tom Petty estate is suing them
Yeah.
for use of this. This is their new hot commercial.
Us MAGA Republicans banned abortion, but that's just the start.
That's just the start. If Trump gets elected, we want the government involved in all.
I thought this was the
aspects of
opening
your
ceremonies
sex
at
life.
Paris.
Way more involved.
Way more involved.
When you have
This
sexual
is real?
intercourse,
Yeah.
it should be illegal to use contraception. No pills, no condoms.
Your genitals are reserved for procreation.
If you freeze 12 eggs, you should be required to have 12 babies, or else you're a serial killer.
sweating that
And
fat
I'm
fuck.
definitely not a serial killer.
Are you?
My son monitors my porn usage to make sure I'm not self-pleasuring.
Just like Speaker of the House Mike Johnson. That's true, you can look it up.
Don't you think that's normal?
Yeah, I do.
It's normal for your son to do that.
You should have a family member monitor your porn use too.
Because pleasuring yourself is very, very naughty.
I'm voting in November.
I'm voting in November. We're all voting in November. Are you?
Because what happens in your bedroom is up to me.
Is up to me and my son.
This is gonna hurt
mouth
Democrats.
stuff is a sin.
Is this made by Democrats?
Of course. Of course.
It's absolutely going to hurt.
So
That's not real.
This is very real. It's from Won't Pack Down.
Yeah,
which
it's
is
a pack. It's not
It's a
like
pack.
the-
It's a Kamala pack or whatever.
Why was the guy sweating during the?
Well, the whole point is, so for
saying-
people who are listening, they're all white guys. The whole thing is just a bunch of white guys. They're all like, the makeup is done to have, they have like herpes and like open sores and shit and like weird blemishes all over the face to make them look like gross. The fat guys, they're all sweaty.
I think
and
this is
stuff.
going to negatively affect the white guys for Kamala. What is it?
White dudes for Kamala. We will get to that. But so essentially, the bit here is that, hey, these are the Republicans that are voting for Trump.
Yeah.
These guys are all voting for Trump.
Yeah, I kind of like it because at least they're doing something aggressive.
Yeah.
At least they're being like, we're gonna take a shot rather than just being like, you know what, this is the right choice. They're bad people. They're actually
Well, they're trying to get into the comedy game.
Yeah,
like they're trying to be like, hey, we're, generally any shots we ever take at anything comedic is like the lamest shit in the world. Even when
Yeah.
they have access to comedians, it'll be like
they have access to
Jack
99%
Black. Well, it'll be like,
comedians.
yeah,
Hey, we're gonna be aggressive with our stance, which is like it's better than just being a pussy.
sure. Yeah, and I mean it's a good time to be, I guess, like a white actor.
Yeah.
I think from a white
Back in-
actor's perspective,
back in the mix.
The best is like they're like, I haven't booked anything in 8 years,
Now
and
I can-
this is the
Yeah,
thing I book.
But you're helping. You feel like you're helping.
Well, if you're a Democrat, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure some
White
of them.
actors?
I mean, I'm sure some of them are like, I kind of hate Kamala Harris, but fuck, man,
You might not
Job's a
even
job.
get paid for
Well,
this. This might
watching
be a volunteer.
No, they get
thing.
paid because they have donations to the PAC, so the PACs have
okay.
money.
Watching a bunch of Democrats all of a sudden decide that they're going to vote for a prosecutor is fucking crazy.
Oh, that's great. Also, too, the fact that she's been the worst vice president ever, and now she's this fucking saint.
Well, I don't know that she was the worst vice
I don't know.
president.
She
I
just
don't know
had
anything
polling,
she's-
she's been the worst.
Well,
Oh,
she's
like
low
least,
approval
at
ratings.
least, yeah.
least
popular,
favorable. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, which is, I mean, when you
Vice
see,
presidents don't do much.
No,
they at least show
Dick
up.
Cheney was pretty busy.
Yeah, Cheney's probably the
Dick
busiest.
Cheney was pretty busy.
Yeah, that's true.
Dude, one
Yeah,
of my favorite
He's
pictures.
the exception.
He is the
that proves
exception.
rule.
When he's
Him
got
and
his
Truman.
Gore probably did some shit.
Not really. Not in
No?
office.
No, not enough.
No, but at least they were like figureheads in some regard. Like you see them. I never heard of her in the last 3 years. Like literally on anything. I've never saw clips. Never saw.
It is. I will say this. though,
Biden was just comic relief for Obama. It was, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like he was the rapping granny for fucking.
No, but the joke, because I do watch like pundits all the time. Like I watch like Dave. I watch all those guys. Tim Pool every night. The whole joke is
You watch
like
Temple every night.
probably most nights of the
That's
week.
fucking crazy.
Well, I'm sorry. What's that?
insane.
That I watch. That I'm
That you're-
educated.
You watch Tim Pool and think you're educated is even
I mean, Tim's,
crazier.
I like him, but it's just every night.
Most nice. Yeah.
Okay.
So what else has he got going on?
Yeah. What else am I doing?
I figured
Takes me 10 seconds
you have
to
like.
make a video.
I figured you had 2 to 3 hours of gooning on your schedule.
No, I don't goon no more. I can't.
I don't goon.
I'm
I
pervert,
don't
but I
goon
watch this
no
guy
more.
whose head looks like a beaten purple cock every night.
Whoa! Some of us bald need to stick together.
That's true. Fair enough.
So, anyways,
But Kamala Harris, I've been watching her. Like, I watched her. She had a rally last night in Atlanta, and Megan Thee Stallion and Quavo came out,
Yeah.
or whatever. And then there's an element where I can't believe that they could actually like think this far in advance. Where I think they were like sandbagging a bit with her, because you see her talk now and you're like, oh, this isn't really what I like. She's not like the blubbering idiot that she. And
but
again,
she
I haven't
has
seen
been
her in
the
a
blubbering
debate.
idiot. That's the thing.
Well,
That's
that's
the
why I'm
job
saying-
of the vice president, other than Dick Cheney, who was actually running the country once
Yeah.
George Bush relapsed and became an alcoholic.
Sure.
Again.
Oh, is that really what happened?
I mean, that's what I believe happened.
Dude.
He probably just crumbled under the pressure.
Yeah. There's the compilation of him getting progressively stupider over the 8 years,
But the thing is now is like he's so championed and he's
which is crazy.
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, it just goes to show that if long enough time passes, they just kind of flip what everybody thought about you. And
That's true.
That was the Patrice joke too about how everything ends up becoming a holiday, and he said, "Watch out, 9/11." Or he said,
we're
"Watch
making burgers on 9/11 in 20 years.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
not,
like,
though.
look at Michael Jackson. People love him.
I mean,
Nobody ever stopped loving Michael
I
Jackson.
never stopped.
I never
stopped.
Yeah. But anyway, so she's we were just talking about this before in the betting markets. She's kind of climbing up. Like I think it's
Which
gonna
is
be,
crazy. She was so before
and Biden was like dead on arrival.
no, but before Biden dropped out, I looked at the I was looking at betting odds, and Kamala was below Newsom. In the betting odds before Biden dropped out.
Well, I think there's but it's the issue with not why she's the candidate
Because
but I
of the
guess
money.
because of the money or whatever.
It's the donor. So here's my quick theory.
Although there was this thing, I don't know if you saw with James O'Keefe, where he and his new Project Veritas offshoot thing or whatever, like basically found all these donation lists for Democratic donations, and then it lists like when you donate, like it's a very transparent thing, so it says people's names, addresses, and so there would be like some old dude in rural Pennsylvania made 33,000 donations over the course of a year for $5 each, and then he would go to their house and he's like, "Did you do this?" And the guy's like, "No."
Really?
And he went to like multiple people's houses being like, "Did you make these donations? Did you make 18,000? Did you donate $180,000 to Kamala Harris or like the Democrats?" And they're like, "No, maybe we do like 500 a year."
So they just want to hide who's really funding it.
Or they're doing something,
or they're just lying
shady
about how much money they raised in general.
No, it's just like the money's coming from somewhere that's illegal. And then
not illegal, just
it's illegal in the sense that you have to
Soros doesn't want to be right. So Soros doesn't want to be like, for example, the theory that they're coming up with is like Soros doesn't want to be.
I can also watch Tim Pool later.
Okay, so can I just say one thing? I didn't know about this, so this is me being quick on the on my feet.
Stop jerking off during Tim Pool.
I'm not gooning every night.
I'm not gooning.
So I just want to say one thing.
I see how big your forearms are getting.
I want to interject. I actually
it's not all X-Bar.
I do have those things. And I want to interject by do a quick aside. So I did the Boyce Cast election night thing or the debate night thing, and that was my third podcast of the day. And it was late at night. We had a flight the next morning to Florida, and I was getting drilled because I said
Sounds like Biden after the debate.
I said Biden was great, and I was tired, and I said North Korea is a superpower. And then people went after me nonstop in the comments, and I don't read comments, but someone pointed these comments to me. And let me just say, North Korea. North Korea. I don't read comments. I don't read comments, but I was informed about this. North Korea is not.
By the way, are we expected to believe you don't read comments? Is this the fucking slop you're making us eat right now?
Okay,
I read. JJ doesn't read his comments.
I read comments.
I was shocked if you didn't read every comment.
That's why I don't goon anymore, because I read comments. So I just want to say, I said North Korea is a superpower. What I meant was you don't want to get in fucking a nuclear war with North Korea.
Reading comments is gooning for the mind.
For the mind.
They are a nuclear power. So how does that
make nuclear power? So they're not like a yeah, like they're not like an economic superpower. Like,
but how's that not a superpower if you have fucking nukes?
Well, Iran has nukes. They're not a superpower. They have nukes.
They don't even have good toilets.
Who in North Korea?
Iran.
But that
they don't have food. They don't need toilets. North Korea.
All right, we want to tell you all about a new sponsor of ours, Mood. Have you ever been just hanging? These are some of my favorite things. So summer might be coming to an end, but you can bring back that perfect feeling of summer relaxation anytime with THC products from Mood. So I personally like the gummies. You know, I'm an edible man, and I just like taking one, maybe two of them, and just chilling outside, enjoying nature. They're really good. Also, if you're a gym goer, you get a little soreness sometimes. Definitely help with stuff like that. Now, Mood has something for everybody. They have different strains from energized to chill, tested and tailored by in-house experts. It's an end to guessing games, which if you ever had to deal with any of this stuff, you go there, there's a million options, you don't know what, and it's federally legal forms of THC extracted from hemp plants. All of their products are regularly tested in third-party labs, which is the most important thing here, so you know exactly what you're getting. No little curveballs for you. They're all sourced from small family farms and pesticide free, which is really important for a lot of people. So if you're already missing summer before it's over, run it back with 20% off your first order and free gummies. Go to HelloMood.com and use promo code BoysCast. That's hello, MOOD.com, code BoysCast for 20% off your order and free gummies.
Yeah, they're eating each other over there.
Rats.
Anyways, that's my side. Back to positive.
So
comments.
back to Gavin Newsom would like to make AI political ads illegal.
Legal or illegal?
And this is why. So let's watch this. This is why. This is Elon Musk posted.
Oh, this was
Kamala
amazing.
Harris and your Democrat candidate for president because Joe Biden finally exposed his senility at the debate.
Oh yeah, I saw this. It's pretty
I
funny.
was selected because I am the ultimate diversity hire. I'm both a woman and a person. The first thing about running the country, but remember, that's a good thing if you're a deep state puppet. I had 4 years under
was
the
this
tutelage
posted?
of the
Yeah,
ultimate deep
Elon
state
Musk
puppet, a
reposted it,
wonderful
right?
mentor, Joe Biden. Joe taught me rule number 1, carefully hide your total incompetence. I take insignificant things and I discuss them as if they're significant. And I believe that exploring the significance of the insignificant is in itself significant. Talking about the significance of the passage of time.
I like how they did put the real thing in.
Significance of the passage of time. So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time, and there is such great significance to the passage of time. Another trick is trying to sound black. I pretend to celebrate Kwanzaa, and in my speeches, I always do my best Barack Obama impression. So hear me when I say, I know Donald Trump's type. And okay, look, maybe my work addressing the root causes of the border crisis were catastrophic, but my knowledge of international politics is truly shocking. The United States shares a very important relationship, which is an alliance with the Republic of North Korea. It is an alliance that is strong and enduring. And just remember,
I mean, people
when
make
voting
mistakes.
this November,
That one is just dumb to me. Like it's like people.
this is really her.
People flub. No, but people flub things.
And
That
by
one
what
was really
has
her. The North
been-
Korea thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But like
But
people,
that's
people flub things
Do you think the
occasionally. They
country
literally
went
announced
to
the South
over the
Korean
past
team as
4
the
years?
North Korean team at the Olympics.
Sure.
You ain't seen
Like-
nothing
And
yet.
the South Sudan, you saw they played the Sudanese, what's it called, national anthem for the South Sudan team, and they lost it.
Oh,
There's that
because
dude in
they're
the crowd.
just
Well, last
Civil
year
War?
they
Yeah, I
literally
think-
played the fake Kazakhstan national
Yeah.
anthem from Borat in the last
Stop
Olympics.
Yeah,
it.
dude.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
That's really good.
Yeah,
That's
people.
great.
I'm just saying, people flub. Like I thought it was kind of fucked up. Like before Joe Biden clearly went off the deep end when he was like making mistakes. They were like he's old and senile. Like before like the last year.
Yeah.
But like it's like we're all sitting here going all the time about Trump. Well, we all knew what he was talking about, and it's like literally what has helped him grow like in popularity in the last 4 years. He hasn't
Leftist
been in power.
apologist.
No, in the last 4 years, and no, but it's gonna happen. Like they're doing it again. Like all this shit that they're like vaguely accusing Trump of.
Yeah.
Like he's just gonna get more popular because people see through it. Think about like the two groups of people that he's like getting the most popular with is like poor black voters and like poor white dudes who like feel spoken down to. And it's like when we can clearly see the context of what he's saying and you're telling us he's actually saying this and it's against you, it's like we all just go, oh, you're lying.
Yeah.
But they
he's
didn't.
just a mushmouth
Black
retard.
people didn't have an option to elect a black person before Kamala Harris showed up.
And now they do. And if they do, they'll be incarcerated, and they love that shit, dude.
Yeah, but she's not going to get the Caribbean vote because she's half coolie.
By the way, I just want to say back to the poll thing.
Coolie's what black Caribbeans call Indian Caribbeans.
It is funny how the narrative, like the same narrative in 2016 where Trump was so far behind, the narrative from people who are like left media are saying that it's like an even race right now. So they're trying to plant that seed like it's like, you know, where people are like, oh, I have to vote because it's that close, where probably the truth is she's far behind.
I don't know if she's that far.
She has to be.
Biden wasn't as far behind as they were making it seem in the fucking.
Biden seemed near the end there. He seemed.
I think
pretty,
it was
post debate, but pre-debate, like we're talking about a 2-week span of time.
Yeah, this was a month ago.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Gavin Newsom says manipulating a voice in an ad like this one should be illegal. I'll be signing a bill in a matter of weeks to make sure it is.
Oh, I've been getting fake Rogan ads in my Instagram.
Oh,
feed
tons.
constantly.
Yeah.
Just like any sort of
But again, it's like they're trying to like
You just get
go
an
after the
actor.
dumbest.
Like, oh, your credit card, we need to do this. It's the same level of person who's going to see that ad and be
Dude,
like, yo, Joe Rogan's endorsing this.
Ticketmaster just had a hack recently.
Yeah.
Did you get? I got an email about it saying like
I got a physical letter.
So my wife got a physical letter too. And then she got an email yesterday, and she's like, "What is this?" And it was an email says, and it had her bank account, her card number or whatever,
Her full number.
So we looked at it; it was missing four numbers
in the middle.
In the middle were guessed because Ticketmaster was like encrypted.
Yeah.
And then the email was like, "We have all your information. We have put malware on your computer, and we watched you do all this like perverted stuff, like it literally like Black Mirror, like that Black Mirror episode where it was like we've seen you at your darkest, deepest stuff, and so you have two options: either ignore this and we release this to your friends and family, or pay us $7,000 in Bitcoin." And then we'll delete this and not release it or whatever. And she was like all stressed out because she has no idea what's going on. And then and she's like, I told her, I'm like, no, see, the number's off. Like they have to guess these four numbers, but the 12 numbers were right.
Oh, that's pretty smart actually. Where you guess
like literally the
numbers.
last. Yeah, no, it's not. No, you have the odds of you guessing the four numbers.
No, not guessing.
No,
I'm
but
saying
they know-
when you're
but
sending the
most
email,
it says this is your card number.
Right.
We have all
Most
your
people
information.
look at the the first four and the last four.
Everybody
That's
knows,
what I mean.
Everybody commits to memory by accident just by entering your credit card number, the first four, and you need to know the last four for
Yes.
a ton of other shit.
Yeah.
So it's like you just happen to know those four. So when you read something really quick, your brain will just register it as correct.
For sure. Like I had to go check, and then she was like, "What is this or whatever?" But then and she's like, "So who is this?" I'm like, "It's probably like some Romanians or some shit." And they,
And
they stole all this stuff, and then they send this email to everybody, and X percentage of them even gets into your spam
I love
folder.
the idea of just anytime weird internet shit happens, you're like, fucking Romania.
My dad.
Really shut that down.
Quick. That's what happens when you're dealing with intelligence. Oh, my bad for watching pundits nightly. My dad gambles offshore. Does the offshore gambling gaming sites.
Yeah.
And the only way to cash out is to get crypto. It took him 2 months to figure out how to get off $600. He said it was a waste of time, and I'm like, yeah, man, like they're just not wired.
Yeah,
they're just not wired.
Yeah,
like
I mean, it's a whole thing to figure out how to use it.
You got to be up that, like, with all the AI shit. I keep watching all these videos of this is how you do this. This is how you stay better with like your prompt generation and all this stuff. Because I don't want to be old and have like amazing technology in front of me and be like, I don't even fucking know what this does. Like, you can keep up with it well enough.
So are you doing like ChatGPT stuff?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff
I
like
got
that?
ChatGPT on my phone. I get to generate some shit every now and again.
What's the thing? Yeah, like
Generated for
Grok
it.
is actually. Have you tried Grok?
No, it's Grok good?
No, it's really
Has
good.
it gotten better?
Is that the
'Cause
imaging
I haven't
one?
used it in months. No,
that-
that's the Twitter one.
No,
Yeah,
it's the
yeah.
Twitter one, but it's not. It's like Twitter bought it, but it's like it was a totally separate thing, and then Twitter just bought it.
I mean, the one that's built
but if you go to
Twitter,
no,
it's
not the
good.
one that's built into Twitter. You actually go to Grok.com.
And you still get that for free with Twitter Blue?
No, Grok.com is just available. That's
what are
nothing to
you
do with
using
Twitter.
it for?
I saw a demo of someone was basically like, and it's over voice. So
Yeah.
someone was using over voice, and they're like, "Hey, I'm going to Toronto tomorrow. Can you make me an itinerary?" But it's all voice, and like, it's the speed of it, like the way it processes your voice, like literally a millisecond, and it like does this thing. And you go, "Can you change this?" You go, "Can you do it by time? Put this in like columns or whatever, like in a whole thing. Make add the times, all this stuff. I don't want to go to that restaurant. Give me a different restaurant." And like the whole demo was a minute.
What's the one where you can speak?
Will it say the N-word?
I saw Jake Shields actually posted a thing where asking Grok about it was the Grok fun mode about the Holocaust and the 6 million, and it got pretty spicy.
Okay.
How much did it say?
It's like 3.
Oh, which one's the one you can
Total, not million.
Which,
Yeah, three people.
Yeah, it's three.
I told you
They were all named Rothschild. This
those
is-
pictures look harsh, but they didn't look bad. Which one
Heroin
was?
chic,
Which one's the app, the AI where you can speak to those fucking ESL dummies in English and they respond
Google?
in there? No, there's one where I could speak to like
No,
some fucking idiot who don't speak English.
There's a new one, and when they
Some fucking idiot you don't speak English. You don't
I thought he was
barely
going to say
speak English.
Big Bong at any
Yeah.
second.
Anyways, back to the Gavin Newsom thing. He says Elon Musk replied, "I checked with renowned world authority Professor Sug on these nuts," and he said parody's legal in America. So that puts an end to that.
Gosh, I'm out of breath. We made it. Woo! I don't know how to woo very good. That's fair. All right, let's go.
Let me show you how to game, bro, okay? Oh, come on, come on. Oh, let's go!
Are you serious? Come on, man. I hate this game.
Take notes, baby. Oh, man, you guys suck, bro. You look like the back.
Let's go, let's go.
Dude, what? How did you do it?
I know, the effects are crazy. It's dank. I could eat one of these every day.
So that's basically it. It's like it's like an AI Tamagotchi essentially.
Yeah,
like modern version, and then everybody. And so the people are like, "How did?" So for one, it was funny because this is like some tech company or whatever, some startup. They spent $1.8 million in the domain. They raised $2.5 million, and $1.8 million of it went just to the domain. And then someone was basically like some girl or woman commented being like, "This guy's an idiot." And then the guy's like, your company invests in this product. Your company is one of the investors. But anyways, this is AI thing so where you, and I'm like, so like, there's all these people like, oh, this is amazing, groundbreaking.
It's the movie Her.
Yeah, it's the movie Her. Exactly. Yeah. But I'm like, dude, if you're walking around with this, and if you lose it, that's the thing. If you lose the thing,
it's gone.
It's gone.
Oh, so it's like, so someone can steal your friend?
Someone can steal your friend, and it's
just like in real life.
Just like in real life, yeah.
Dude, you would just jack it.
Take it.
Be like,
get your chain
I'm stroking
snatched?
my shit. I'm stroking my... I got lotion on my shit. I'm stroking my shit.
But doesn't the AI know? Wouldn't it know it's stolen?
The AI know, but then the AI's texting you like, he's telling me he's stroking his shit.
Find him. He just put me in his ass.
Well, that's
but this is, dude, that seems like the most depressing, sad thing where you're like walking because and it listens 24 hours. It's constantly listening.
Oh, dude.
So it like is
selling your data constantly.
I guess, but then it's just it texts you and is like,
also,
hey, how you doing? And you're like, how do you get past like unless you're the loneliest person in the world? Like there's still chat rooms and shit where you can talk to a real person.
Yeah.
There's also still you have it all the time. The handy's just
get a mouth on it. Put a mouth on it.
That's the next. That's the friend 2.0.
It's not, there's no subscription.
No,
it's just
there's so many people that love that. I bet you so many people.
I mean, I could see this being popular in like Asia.
Literally 80% of the guys under like 25 who no chick wants to fuck.
Yeah,
literally 80%.
That's the thing. Put a mouth on it, and I don't give a shit about this thing until it can suck my dick. Until I can say to this thing like I am having sexual fantasies about you. I want you to suck my dick.
How many people are just buying this thing and starting a podcast with it right now?
Well, but it only texts you.
Oh,
so
that's whack.
That's the thing. You communicate with it. You can talk to it. You press the button on it. You can talk to it, and then it looks like a life alert thing or whatever.
Yeah,
essentially, and then it'll text you.
But it's just like one of these many. So AI is just the newest iteration of like VC money going at fucking nonsense. Like it was like under Obama, it was like a lot more. Dude, there was an Uber for midwives at one point. Like it's like there was it's ridiculous. Like at some point there was. This is just AI is just the new version of this weird grift where a bunch of fucking bros.
I don't think it's
nonsense.
a grift at all. I think it's
I think there's
the things that last won't be a grift.
Right.
There was 75 other rideshare apps before Uber and Lyft were the two.
Of course, but that's with everything. Everything's going to be like. So I have a buddy who does.
They all raised billions of dollars. There was all sorts of.
This is
like,
where all the money's going to because this is where you can get your 100.
Remember Ello? Like all the social, exactly. All the social media things that didn't.
But
work
that's
out.
with crypto too. I didn't end up sending it to
Pregnant butt is still worth money though, right?
What the crypto?
Pregnant butt?
No, man.
Nobody.
Dude, every famous person who started a cryptocurrency this year, it's down anywhere from 95 to 100%.
Yeah, they were all rug
because they don't do anything.
They don't do anything. It's all rug. But there are still like 10 in the next 5 years that will be around and they'll be worth it.
Yeah, but it's so hard to tell on those. Like I think crypto will still be a thing. I think AI is like it's
done.
Well, no, I think we're
done.
No.
I'm saying
done?
we're done. The writing's on the wall.
No, I think it's.
I
Gonna
mean,
be awesome.
it'll replace call centers.
Yeah, no, I think
call centers.
AI will replace us.
It's going to be so it's also.
I mean, they'll replace you with the fucking hot takes you have. It'll literally just pull up a fucking transcript of Tim Pool's show and then just.
JJ Bob, what do you think about about this? What do her tits look like?
But don't you think that would like I hear
Singularity
live
or
like
the
that?
singularity.
Singularity. Like everyone says, and also I just
and
watched.
self-driving cars were supposed to be good by now.
Yeah.
I don't
10
know.
years ago, self-driving cars. Were
I
supposed
didn't
to
get
be
a
good by
chance
now.
to take one, but when I was in Phoenix, the Waymos there are everywhere, and there's literally like a.
We're headed in the direction
Waymo
of
is
all
just an
this
abbreviation of wetback now.
But you don't think in 5 years it's going to be crazy?
I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be amazing.
I think it's going to be great, but it's going to be a different existence.
Like, did you see some of the stuff they're doing on the medical side? Like now they can, instead of having to run a bunch of tests, they can take your like genome and shit, or what they want to be able to do, and basically go through like trillions of trials and be like, you need this, and this, and this, and
Yeah,
then
I
we're
saw
gonna
that.
like make you live as long as we can and as healthy as you can for a fraction of the cost.
Did you see the Neuralink guy though? Don't you? They the first guy who they inserted a chip with just did Rogan.
Yeah.
and he's like, I mean, in 5 years it can be crazy.
I hope. I think
Neuralink is just also it's a combination. It's somewhere in between deep brain stimulation and TCDS. It's just in between those two layers. There's no definitive reason why that's better than deep brain stimulation.
What's deep brain stimulation?
It's just Neuralink, but deeper in your brain and has like been around a lot longer.
But essentially, they're saying with the Neuralink, they'll be able to treat like quadriplegics and stuff because.
Yeah, I mean, they were saying that with deep brain stimulation 20 years ago too. I'm just saying with all this stuff, like it's like very promising in the front end, but until you see it, like so, even with like ChatGPT, they're saying that like. It's 100 times more expensive. Like a query on ChatGPT costs ChatGPT 100 times more than a Google search does.
Yeah.
Like the amount of
well, because they got to use those fucking NVIDIA, and they got to use those crazy NVIDIA graphics.
But also too, there's so many of these companies, like what you said about the apps, that eventually one's going to, whether it's NVIDIA or it's like FET, like the crypto, that one of them will just like change the game, and then
sure,
it's, like,
at some point it will happen. But
something's
what I'm saying is like since the advent of like whatever the modern tech revolution post.com bust, right? There's been all these things that were supposed to be game changers, like self-driving cars and like whatever. Elon Musk has 4. The Boring Company, the Hyperloop, like you know what I mean? Like it's like now whatever he did. SpaceX is fucking insane.
Dude, the
and
SpaceX
Starlink is actually going to be game changing.
Yeah, Starlink is crazy.
Starlink is game changing for the entire
Dude, Starlink,
world.
you get better like.
Wes from Zia Farms, you know the guy I'm talking about, the dude with the goatees always at Skankfest.
No,
whatever. He has Starlink in like he lives in a fucking the middle of the desert in New Mexico. His Starlink internet is better than my fucking internet in my house.
Dude, you get better speeds on a plane from Starlink than you get in anywhere in New York City from Spectrum.
Whoa, I didn't realize it was that good.
Oh, it's amazing, and it's all satellite. So we would safe to say this stuff is weird.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Weird as hell.
Weird.
Yeah,
you know what else is weird? Republicans. Okay.
Let's go.
So I love how that's coming from the people that are okay with pup play at pride parades.
Well, this is a very funny thing because this has spread in the past maybe week where Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, a potential Harris running mate who's been using the description for months, said in a viral TV appearance of the week, and then others, basically Republicans are weird. Essentially he just keeps going, they're doing weird stuff. And then Kamala Harris started putting out press releases saying, yeah, they're weird. And now Twitter is all like left-wing Twitter is all
this is just Trump again.
It's Trump again. Exactly. They're weird.
What's Trump?
So was it John Oliver
Colbert.
put out a thing? It was Colbert put out a thing. So apparently Donald Trump's dad changed his name from Drumpf, which was a German name, or like his grandfather, because Germans were getting fucking shitted on in New York City when they moved here. So he changed his name to Trump because it's like a similar word, like tons of Ellis Island immigrants did.
Tons of Jews.
And then fucking dumb liberals were calling him Drumpf because make Donald Drumpf again was Stephen Colbert's fucking own the fucking
loser. What losers?
Yes.
I fucking hate the Rob Reiners. I fucking hate Howard Stern. Who's the other one who yells from Oberman? There's such
Oberman is
mentally
like,
ill.
Yo, dude, it is crazy how every time I see him show up in my Twitter feed, I'm like, oh, this is going to be insane.
Literally the worst take you've ever seen.
Who is this guy? I got to get into them.
Keith Olbermann. He used to be on ESPN.
Cool.
He was on ESPN.
Well, he was also a CNN guy for a while too, right?
You know what happens? These guys. So he's basically ex-sports guy, and now all he does, the only good thing about him, he tweets about dogs, stray dogs. I'm in part of.
I don't see any of his tweets about stray dogs.
Adoptions.
All I see is
I don't follow him.
No, but
I don't follow him
it's
either, but I can see
mental illness. So now he just 1,000 times a day tweets about how Trump is bad, this is good, this is that.
But it's like
with Rob Reiner.
it's unhinged.
He's like legitimately unhinged.
Fucking
like I'll literally just pull up Rob
Reiner.
Rob Reiner is honestly normal compared to Keith Keith Olbermann.
Well, Rob Reiner, somebody put together a fucking compilation of Rob Reiner being like the bad legal takes of like, we got him this time, and how many times Rob Reiner's like, there's no way Trump can get out of this one. He's a cartoon villain. He's Rita Repulsa.
So basically,
like, I got you this time, Rangers.
Oh, that's really good. So Oberman, when Trump was like anti-vax stuff, Oberman was like, it's fine. Like I'm getting a vaccine right now. Like that's how he talks.
10x vax kind of guy.
Well, look at it right now. Here I am, and people.
He's calling him like a pussy. He's like a pussy.
Michael
Malice. People are
Malice.
still trying to. I had shingles when I was 13, and people were like, "You should get a shingles vaccine." I'm like, "Why?" And they can't tell me and it's like, yo, these people who are still getting boosters are telling me to get a shingles vaccine, and I'm like, I don't think I need
I mean, you're pretty young to get shingles.
I got it.
My grandma had shingles. She was like 95.
So I got chicken pox.
Oh, it's because they're related, right?
So both when I was 13.
Do you watch Diary of CEO as you bring up the Oberman? That heart doctor came on Diary of CEO, and Diary of the CEO is like keep on grilling him. He's like, "Are you sure about this? About the vax stuff that's come out? It's like it's come out. It's out."
Mm-hmm.
Who's the sports reporter who went crazy, but he's all about the Anunnaki, about the lizard people and stuff? The British guy, guys, he wrote 3 books about
David Icke.
David Icke. I love him, dude. Dude, I love. He's like, and then you see them blink sideways. I'm like, yeah, David, tell him.
Well, he was the first fucking lizard.
Which one?
Yeah,
was
he's like
yeah,
he's the OG.
He's the OG
Which
lizard.
one was he
man.
from? What was he doing sports wise?
I think
he was
soccer.
I think he was a professional soccer player.
At
some point,
and he's doing soccer announcements, and then he was like, the Pope blinked sideways, all right, and he like went off.
Full lizard person.
He was the OG Alex Jones.
Yeah.
Like,
those are the best people.
Oh, dude, the crazier gimme. If you're fucking out to lunch, I'm like, I'll watch that shit all day, dude.
I'm all about.
you didn't love that, like the New World Order and shit. You didn't watch that back in the day?
Yeah.
What's that?
Their planet orbits a dark star, so so that like a lot of solar systems are binary solar systems.
Yeah.
Supposedly this one is too, but the other sun burnt out.
Yeah.
And they every like million years or so fucking jump. Their planet can get close enough so they can jump here. So then they fucking were the pharaohs.
Yeah, they were the pharaohs, and they basically like a lot of there's like people have like Anunnaki.
But this is not. There's no proof of the Anunnaki.
Chinese people.
Chinese people. Dude, lizard eat dog.
But anyways, this weird thing is, so they're grabbing hold of this. They're basically, this will be the Democratic slogan in perpetuity until the election.
Republicans
is that weird?
Republicans, and they just keep saying they're just weird. And then Kamala Harris put out a thing, and like I watched her speech last night, and she's just like, yeah, they're just like,
But
it's very
J.D.
like a
Vance could
13-year-old
put out a commercial of a series of pride parades. And because look, here's the thing: is like as much as people want, like, so we all live in media.
But like the
bubbles.
Republicans are on the defensive right now about this.
But regular, because they're being dumb.
Because
all
they're
you
calling
have to
them
do
weird
is
and it's
show
working.
a bunch of kids at drag shows and be like, we're not weird.
Yeah, we're not.
That's all you have to do.
Yeah.
And like, here's the thing: is a lot of Democrats who are just middle of the road Democrats that are like New York liberals that I grew up with don't like. So we live in a world where we're constantly mining content. So we have all seen these videos.
Sure.
Yeah.
So it's like these guys some of the guys I grew up with are like, that's not real. That's just like Republican fear mongering. And then I just start sending it to them when it comes into my feed. And then they're like, oh, yeah, well, I'm not okay with this. And I just go, yeah, no shit.
Sure.
You know who's really not okay with it? All the black guys voting for Trump.
Yes.
Yeah, right. No, that's such a good point. That's why I listen to Malice a lot too.
By the way, it's crazy how like you're the most degenerate person I'm actively friends with.
And what? And I'm a MAGA guy?
I don't know that you're a MAGA guy, but you're just like you're listening.
I think he's saying he's a MAGA guy.
Yeah.
No, I'm more, man. I think I don't care either. So I'm kind of like,
well, he's got Florida man energy. That's the thing.
Florida
He's
man.
like, in Florida, you're like, you guys are conservative. They're not conservative. They vote Republican, but they're like, I want to own a gun. I want to ride a jet ski.
I swing.
I swing.
I'm gonna fuck that dolphin's blowhole.
Yeah, exactly. Someone needs to fuck my wife, and I'm going to sit in this chair, and then I'm going to fucking clean my Glock 25 or whatever.
Yeah,
the fuck
that's
it's called.
kind. I'm like you
Hulk
too.
Hogan's gonna fuck my wife.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm an American patriot.
I'm not a political guy. I think the real Christian guys are such losers, but I think the whole imaging of the left is so gay.
Yeah, well, it's cringe. It's basically
It's cringe.
Like
Yeah,
I honestly think the Republicans should be like, okay, well, it seems like right now it's
But
essentially
also-
it's weird versus cringe.
But so like there's
Weird
so
versus
my whole life, like you guys fucking moved here 5 years ago. So
Yeah.
but my whole life
2 years
though,
ago.
It's like, well, Danny moved here 5 years ago. Whatever,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Fucking, my whole life it was always just like the Republicans were these like fucking like Christian right fucking dork assholes.
Dork, they're trying to, like,
Christians against
Marilyn
Marilyn Manson.
There was like it was
Tipper
Tipper
advisory
Gore,
labels,
yeah.
fucking hugs not drugs, go fuck yourself, gay
Yeah.
shit, right?
Yeah.
Pussy shit.
Yeah.
And then it's just like they had this moment where they could have, like the right literally did have this moment maybe 2 years ago where they could have just.
They said we're cool. They were all the free speech.
You're right. And then
they were like,
just went, but then they just went full trad wife, like fucking a bunch of
well,
fucking
they
moes
just
again.
returned to their
Matt
natural,
Walsh,
natural
Ben
state.
Shapiro, such fucking fats.
Yeah, they can't help it, man, because they have to be like, that's not allowed, and they're like such dorks.
Well,
Dude,
dude.
we
they
know
wanted
a guy. Tell him we're sharing the stories
I mean, we know lots.
yesterday.
Well, yeah, we know lots of
Name
people.
him. Name him. Do it right now.
Dude,
Name him.
this is Mr. I don't say names. I don't say names.
I don't say names. I don't say names. But those stories are so cringe from like a.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about like just normal run of the mill conservatives who are essentially like, we want to. They had this moment where they're the cool people essentially, and they go,
Yeah.
"Yeah, we're all for free speech, even though we didn't used to be."
And they went right against free
And
speech.
then, well, they just regressed back to the mean, where they go, "This is actually how we are." We had this moment where to fight the left, we're the pro, because you would see them at shows and stuff, and you would talk, and they'd be like really like Christian, and you're like, I don't think you're gonna like this, but then they had to like force themselves, just to kind of keep this like,
no, I think it's
moniker going. Or
It's
whatever.
I think it's actually though. I think it's the. I think.
Like
the
you'd be like,
middle
yo,
of the
so I'm
road-
like fucking the Jesus, and they're like, oh, that's funny. And you go, really? You like
Yeah,
that? And they
because
go,
even
yeah,
at
we're
the
cool.
time when I used to open for you guys, when we were all going around together, because you would have more of like you would have like probably 15% of the audience that was right wing.
Yeah.
Right. Most people don't give a fuck, but you would have that 15% right wing, and they were the ones who would remember. They would DM. They would tweet. There would be tweets. Who was that first guy? I hated him.
I hated him. Yeah, but it wasn't like what you said.
Yeah.
They
It's just
hated
who you are.
No. Anyone who doesn't get
Like,
this is
like
dumb.
they didn't have a moral objection against you.
Yeah.
Like they weren't like, this is against my religion. This
No,
is
it was
just-
Why is that guy so abrasive?
Yeah. I personally don't.
Anyways, so
This is the demon corpse of Gilbert Gottfried yelling at me. He's been in hell for 6 years, and now this is how gay he is.
What? All right. All right, I want to take a quick break and tell you about another one of our sponsors, Talkspace. Now, sometimes you just need somebody to talk to. It can be daunting, especially if you're trying to get a professional to help you. So Talkspace is the perfect solution for that. Now, as everybody knows, it can be challenging to find and meet with a therapist that's the right fit. Therapy can be costly sometimes, but Talkspace is affordable and in network with most insurance providers. Talkspace is the leading virtual therapy provider, making getting the help you need easy, accessible, and affordable. Talkspace therapy and psychiatry are covered by many insurance plans and employers. Most insured members pay a copay of $30 or less, so very affordable. You can easily sign up online and get paired with the licensed provider that's the right fit for your needs, typically within 48 hours. You can also switch providers at no extra cost. Talkspace makes getting help convenient because you can take your appointments from the comfort and privacy of your own home. As a listener of this podcast, you'll get $80 off your first month with Talkspace when you go to Talkspace.com/BoysCast and enter promo code SPACE80. To match with a licensed therapist today, go to Talkspace.com/BoysCast and enter promo code SPACE80 to get $80 off your first month and show your support for the show. That's Talkspace.com/BoysCast, promo code SPACE80. Unfortunate fact check just came out. I don't know if you guys know this, and we were talking about this earlier, but J.D. Vance did not have sex with a couch.
Oh.
It has been fact checked. This is from HuffPost. Okay, HuffPost. They probably were tears falling on their keyboard as they were writing that Jay, because with their the memes are funny, but he did not bang a couch.
What did they blacklight it?
No, they didn't blacklight it. So
I
someone.
imagine he didn't recently fuck a couch, even if he had fucked a
So
couch.
in his book Hillbilly Elegy, which became a movie, someone put out a tweet. Some random guy put out a tweet, which I can't find. Essentially said, someone put out a tweet, and it just said, J.D. Vance on pages 179 to 181 of Hillbilly Elegy admitted to having sex with a couch. He put a glove in between cushions of a couch, which, again, I don't know if we need to...
12-year-old is also trying to be like, oh, I already jerk off 17 times a day, but how do I get good at sex?
Also, it's weird that like liberals are trying to be like the morality people. Where you're like, okay, so what are the things that are fine? What like you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like you said, you can have.
They're
like,
trying to be the
puppy
most
play at
out there sexually people, being like, yeah, drag queens, cool, all helicoptering your cock. Totally fine in front of kids.
I think it's like you're allowed to do it outside the home.
You're allowed to do it.
And maybe they're saying that he's like, not a stewardess or whatever, Ric Flair. But
did the Nature Boy do it in front of a fucking?
Yeah, the plane ride from hell.
What happened?
Yeah.
This is more important.
No, this was
in the 90s.
It was in the 90s. They went.
No, it was the early 2000s.
The early
Brock
2000s
was on the plane too.
Yeah. They went and did. So WWE had a big event at Wembley Stadium.
Yeah, no, somewhere it was in England. I don't think it was.
It was in England. It was like a huge thing, and then so they the WWE chartered a flight because normally I guess they just fly like commercial or whatever.
No, some of them fly private, but for some it was all the main guys.
All the main guys went on this
it's like Vince McMahon, fucking Brock Lesnar, Ric
everybody,
Flair,
fucking
Scott
Razor
Hall.
Ramon. Yeah,
and this is when they had the most stacked lineup of degenerates. They had just brought the NWO back, so like Scott Hall's fucking hammered drunk.
Era.
They said that like they got stuck on the tarmac and they had to bring a second liquor cart because they were like worried that these guys were going to tear the plane apart if they didn't get more booze.
How beautiful! That's the documentary.
But
why don't they do that?
They do. It's the Dark Side of the Ring.
Yeah, Dark Side of the Ring did.
Dark Side of the Ring did this of the plane ride from hell, and so that's how this whole thing came out. Or
So
whatever.
what did he do?
But so they all basically got they were sitting on the tarmac because the plane wouldn't take off.
Smashed.
And no, so they had like 6 hours or 4 hours. They all got fucking wasted. Guys were like Goldberg and I think someone were like fighting.
No, it was like Lesnar and Mr. Perfect were having like
Lesnar and Mr.
we're having a collegiate wrestling match in the aisle of a fucking G4.
Well, like Vince McMahon is like up in the front.
Yeah.
They're all just like in the back. Like they fucking destroyed the plane. Like literally at one point they were like smashing them into the emergency door, which again doesn't do anything because the pressure is so much that you can't open the door.
Yeah.
Right. But they were like in the moment, didn't like the stewardess like I didn't realize that the door like or whatever. So I'm like
they're not scientists, they're waitresses.
Yeah, they're waitresses or whatever. So she's like I'm like freaking out. And then everybody's getting absolutely one
Vinnie Mac loves us?
guy who was he was
This is
that's
in
what
the air. This is happening.
in the air. This is happening. And then one guy, I can't remember who, but he's like one of the behind the scenes like writers, or whatever. He had a ponytail. He fell asleep. They clipped his ponytail while he was sleeping, so he was like freaking out. And then I think X-Pac went on the PA system and started singing.
Yeah. And Vince McMahon's just
Scott Hall is like. They had to take Scott Hall off the plane. He was passed out.
Yeah,
when
he was
landed.
just like on
They had
mad
to bring
perks and shit.
all these drugs and alcohol. So they had to like grab his passport to bring him through customs in a wheelchair because he was totally unconscious or whatever. And then, but anyways, Ric Flair was
wrestling
naked.
rules.
Ric Flair got naked just with the robe on, and then he like
he was helicoptering at some stewardess.
and so he like pinned the stewardess in the galley area, so she couldn't get out. And he was naked. And he started helicoptering his dick and like trying to like make passes at her.
By the way, he's in his 60s at the time.
Yeah,
I mean,
in
if
his
it was 50s or something, I mean, pretty impressive that you can still helicopter your cock in your 50s.
Was he wooing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
As helicopter?
Yeah.
Oh my
I mean, he's a
God.
fucking degenerate.
Can you send me that episode?
I Roddy Piper was on that flight
Vice.
too. Like,
I mean, it's the only thing Vice does now. That's
Yeah,
good.
I
Dark
think,
Side of the Ring.
honestly, I know it's probably
It's on
wrong.
Hulu if you have Hulu.
I know it's wrong, but in the moment, I'm like clapping.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah, it was in the 90s. What am I going to do? Cry over it?
Today,
Yeah.
if you did that, if we're going somewhere and you did that on a plane today, I'm like, yeah, dude.
Don't do that.
I know you're not going to take it to the inappropriate.
Well, but they were interviewing the stewardess, and she's like crying.
She's like, it was so sorry.
she's just
She's
trying
like,
to get some money.
No,
that
she got
fucking
paid.
dramatic
She got paid.
bitch.
No. She already got paid.
Yeah.
So she's trying to get more dramatic
Chase
bitch.
teabagging a
Fucking
stewardess like, follow me, you stupid idiots, giving her a Roman helmet.
victim mentality. You already got paid, you old saddlebag whore. I fucking hate people.
This lady was trapped in the sky.
She's like traumatized.
Yeah, with like
you dumb whore.
Oh, there's like
Yeah, it's not
fucking.
like this was in the arena. She wasn't in his hotel room.
was
She was
at work.
It's not real. They're entertainers.
It was very real.
25 gigantic dudes on steroids, drunk as fuck, smashing into
There's like
shit.
50 of them.
And then just one dude fucking shaking his bear cock at you. And she's like,
The oldest guy.
Yeah, the oldest guy who happens to be Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Ric Flair's team called this Scott Hall. I didn't see nothing.
The plane ride from hell. That's so
Good documentary. The whole series is actually
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. The one about North Korea is pretty great too.
Yeah, the North Korea one. Yeah, they were like trapped in North Korea. They took
That
their
also
passports and shit.
that's like a.
They were worried that they'd never get out of North Korea. And the one guy thought he was going to get killed.
But that was actually a triumphant moment for Ric Flair because apparently, like, nobody in North Korea knew what pro wrestling was.
Yeah,
So they
and
did
it
this
was
two-day event.
it's still to this day the largest
Indoor attendance of any
attendance
event.
ever. Everybody was there mandatorily.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't not go.
The best is like Hogan being in it and be like, I wasn't doing that.
Yeah.
He tried to get it.
Yeah, he tried to get Hogan. Eric Bischoff tried to get Hogan.
Yeah, and he was just like, I'm not going to North Korea.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's like the Dennis Rodman thing where they're interviewing the other guys on the team where he went, and these guys on the team are like, what the fuck did he get us involved in?
Yeah.
Dennis Rodman was saying, like, we're like doing the, and all these guys in the NBA are like, oh my God.
What have
we're-
we? Yeah, this
yeah,
is
like
not the
in the
best.
moment while they're in North Korea, they're like, we're fucked.
This one guy was one wrestler made a fucking shank because he was worried that he was
Yeah.
going to have to literally like kill a North.
Yeah, it was like Hawk, right?
Yeah,
Or something?
somebody. No, not it was a black guy, but he was like
Okay.
he's like literally like made.
Oh,
his-
it was Too Cold Scorpio.
Yeah. He's like made a shank at one point because he's like I don't know what's going on, but he's like I might be like fighting for my life.
No, but he
here.
almost got into. I think that's what it was. He almost got into a fight with Hawk, and he thought that the fucking North Korean cops were going to arrest him.
Yeah, because it was over something like they were playing
Yeah.
pool, and then the pool ball went off the table, and
Yeah.
North Korean like police basically like freaked out over the pool ball falling off the table.
Yeah.
And shit. Anyways, okay.
That's crazy.
But they said that the only person who can get a reaction out of them was fucking Flair in the main event on night two.
Well, they're probably not allowed to have reactions. The only reaction they're legally allowed to have is crying when fucking Kim Jong Un dies.
That's true.
By the way, I do watch documentaries on North Korea. It's awesome to watch them march.
Yeah.
You see their leg thing?
Well, yeah, you got to think like
Yeah.
if they're cheering as loud for Ric Flair as they do for their glorious leader, fucking you're dead.
Yeah, that's yeah,
You're
exactly.
dead.
You're like you're doing like math in your mind. Being
Yeah.
Like, so how much do I have to cheer? What's max? I go. What's like an acceptable level that's like just enough but not too much? And they're like,
Yeah.
if you're not, and you're getting pulled out of the audience like in mid like
Yeah, if you're like
match.
"Hey," like what?
You just like never see that person
Yeah,
ever
right.
again because there was
Done.
either too little cheering, too much.
And for what it's worth, I'm not into propaganda, but Kim Jong Un doesn't.
By the way,
shit.
this is a fantastic shirt you got on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of
Oh,
which,
there you go.
Yeah, Mao.
I'm purchasing that.
Yeah, Mao is Tony Soprano or Tony Soprano is Mao, however you want to look at it.
Very nice.
This is a good.
I actually read a thing about Mao yesterday where
Yeah.
he never brushed his teeth.
Oh really?
All he did was occasionally swish green tea in his mouth.
Oh.
and it worked.
No, his teeth by the time he died were like baked beans. Yeah, they were like black. His teeth were black by the time he died.
I used to never want to brush my teeth. I hated it.
Yeah.
And then I would
Shows.
I would have nightmares. That is one of the comments that people get. Look at you fucking yellow teeth. I'm like, I drink. And then those are the comments that I don't read that I respond to. I'm like, I drink turmeric lattes. I do.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Speaking of banana republics, I wasn't going to bring this up, but only because something funny just happened. Venezuela election just happened. Crazy thing.
Oh, Maduro's beef with
Protest.
Oh,
Musk.
the real Banana Republic.
Real Banana Republic. Funny thing is, and I feel like a fucking rube for not betting this. So you could bet on the betting markets.
Did Nakeem
on
win?
the presidential election winner? And Maduro wasn't even like such short odds, and you're like, "This is obviously the biggest flub of the." You could have bet money on a dictator winning an election.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that would have been fucking.
That's
easy
so
cash.
crazy.
Easy. Cash.
But so this is kind of an interesting thing because
What are the futures on fucking Xi to win the next one? Let's
yeah,
just get
exactly.
that
You know,
right now.
like literally bet on it would be like 99.99%.
Oh, right, and just lay the house down.
I mean, he's only right now 85% to win on. So I guess because America's trying to pull another coup. They just finished their coup at home, and then so then now they're trying to pull one on the road.
Well, they've tried this with Maduro before, right? Didn't they try to get wasn't there a whole
Hugo Chavez? I believe they tried to.
No, there was a thing with like that guy. What's the guy's name? Guaido. That they tried to get in. Bernie Sanders was very much like he's the one who won. Like there was a huge thing. I think I want to say it was maybe the beginning of Trump's term, but it may have been during Obama.
Yeah. So the interesting thing about the Venezuela thing, other than the fact that Maduro just challenged Elon Musk to a fight on live TV,
Yeah. Like it.
and Elon Musk
Oh,
just
right, because-
accepted the fight.
Yeah,
it'll
but
never happen. It'll be like Musk versus Zuckerberg.
Yeah, 2 fights he doesn't show up to.
Yeah.
That one pissed me off a lot.
Oh, the Zuckerberg.
Talking about shit that never came to fruition from Elon, because he came out and he was like, I'll fight you. And then he was like, okay, I'll fight you. And then Dana White's like, UFC will promote it. And then Italy was like, we'll do it in the Coliseum.
Wow.
It was, everything was there for it to be one of the most crazy.
And then he went on Rogan and said, I can definitely beat Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
And then Zuckerberg literally like trains with professional MMA, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Well, I'm big," and you go, "No, he's gonna."
That was the one where they ate pizza at the end?
I don't know.
Is that what you remember from that episode?
Yeah, because me and you ordered that pizza the last night in Austin just because of Elon.
Was it good?
I don't remember.
Oh, that was yeah. They did order the pizza, yeah, and it had like weird ingredients.
And it was. Look at JJ trying to
Wasn't
do
that
the
good?
North Korea cheering
Was it
for
not
Ric
that
Flair
good?
because he doesn't want to shit on Rogan. Look at
No. First of all, I'll never shit on Rogan. I'm not vaxxed because of Rogan, and I'm still doing comedy because of Rogan, and he's a fucking goat.
So he's not doing anybody any favors. Is what you're saying.
Remember when they would take the soul, the bad guy from the Little Mermaid would take the souls from people? And
Yeah.
those little things. That looks like if they did that to Rogan, it's JJ.
But the pizza was not that good.
Okay.
How many?
Now you'll never get on Rogan.
What's that?
What's the score?
4.
4
out of 10?
4-2.
I bet you it was better before fucking Elon and Joe Rogan blew up.
No.
I don't remember this pizza at all.
We ordered the last night in that one house where we had to go in through the back.
Yeah,
with that big
I remember the house, but I don't remember the pizza.
Yeah. It
Well,
was-
that goes to show how fucking like bad the pizza was.
It was just not that good. And then the only reason I'm check out my food show on Snapchat, New York Kitchen, New York. I don't even know the name of it. Hold on.
All right. Anyways, back to the Venezuela thing. So the interesting thing here is that the United States is not accepting the results of an election, specifically the Venezuelan election. Many people in Venezuela are saying that it, like, you know, election observers are like, actually it was a fair thing. The exit polls showed that Maduro was going to lose, which, you know, people do sometimes lie about that stuff.
Sure.
Whatever. So anyways, and then Elon Musk is kind of fomenting like a whole little like, and then he, like, you know, revolution essentially in Venezuela, saying like, you guys are getting fucked. The United States is kind of agreeing because obviously they would love nothing more than to not have Maduro in power. They don't want this socialist dude who's not giving up the oil.
Controlling massive amounts of oil.
Yeah, because they have tons of oil there, right? And so, but
Well, also the Venezuelan diaspora is, I mean, while it's making for some fantastic porn coming out of South America.
Sure.
Wait, whoa, huh?
Oh yeah, just
Yeah,
put
what's the
Venezuelan
diaspora? Go on.
threesome in a fucking Pornhub.
Okay. All right, we're cooking. None of this podcast is going to be a waste of time.
But like, it's also just like how many of the immigrants showing up at the fucking border are walking from Venezuela to here?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So
it's
if
them
the-
in El Salvador.
Comandantes, as we like to call them.
from your baseball days.
No, Comandante is Venezuelan Walker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So how do they not have money if they have resources like that? Resources like this?
What do you mean? It's like any other communist country.
Oh, okay.
Like
Yeah, but it
communist,
just filters
essentially
up.
dictatorship.
Don't you remember that thing a few years ago where they're like everybody was like eating cats and shit in the streets?
Yeah.
and all this stuff. And then I saw a thing. Someone was like that Jackson Hinkle communist dude. He's like went to a grocery store and he's like, yeah, look, they have everything in the grocery store. And you're like, yeah, but nobody can afford to shop there.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's like, yes, they do have a grocery store. Rich people can shop there.
Well, it's also like they used to have ferries that went from Caracas to Aruba, and that's where they would get a lot of their hotel workers. And now they actually have to go and find people to come work in the busy seasons in Aruba because they had to cut off all transportation because people were just coming into the country and
not
fucking.
going
They weren't
back.
even robbing the tourist areas; they were going inland and robbing people's fucking houses.
The Venezuelans.
Yeah, and I'm not like my buddy's entire family's from Aruba, and we were down there visiting his family, and they were like, "Yeah, you can't do that anymore."
So there's a guy who does something. His name's Baldwin Bankrupt. He's a English.
Are you?
That's you.
Mad that,
Bald
yeah,
and
I was gonna
bankrupt.
say, are you mad that he stole that from you? He goes, what a fucking idea!
Why am I making this stupid food show?
Balding and once a week bankrupt. So that's a weird name. But he did the whole Venezuela, Colombia, Darien, Mexico, took the train, into America. He
snuck in.
No, well, but he did it with $1,000. This is like probably 4 to 6 hours worth of incredible, because he's like an entertaining guy like me, not as funny, but he went from.
I would love to see you kind of go do like a travel thing in weird parts of the world.
Well, you can check out New York Kitchen on Snapchat.
I said weird parts of the Is that what it's called?
Yeah, 2,000 followers, baby.
Nice. That's not bad.
Yeah, dude, it's
it's relatively new, right?
What's it?
It's like a couple weeks.
Yeah, a couple weeks.
What are you reviewing on there?
We're going around to greatest.
Just basically going around to restaurants, scamming them into giving him free.
No,
food.
we actually pay for it.
Oh, you pay for it?
We're paying for it. I don't even tell them we're filming it.
Yeah. Do you have a budget? You've been given a budget for this? Yeah. So where are we going for lunch?
Anytime you guys want to go. Well, next week we're doing an episode at Yankee Stadium. Me and you.
Oh.
Yeah, New York. New York.
This is the first I'm hearing about this.
Free tickets.
Yeah, free tickets.
Do you want to go to the game? I told you.
Yes, yeah, I didn't know about the.
We're gonna have free tickets, food, and yeah, dude, you're living like a king, married man.
Everybody knows all I want from baseball is hot dogs.
Really?
That's it. I just want to eat hot dogs.
Why do you like?
Honestly, the fucking. By the way, Yankee Stadium has. I've been there now 5 times. It has their concessions are the worst run shit in the fucking world, dude. Sometimes you're waiting. It's like you're like an hour and a half wait. You're like, this is a new stadium.
Yeah,
there's no reason for this. And then one time,
not that new at this point.
dude. One time they had a thing where they have a thing where they go, you can order on Uber Eats and pick it up to avoid the lines. And then we ordered on Uber Eats, and then they like couldn't figure it out, and then they closed the stand. So then we ended up paying for it. Uber wouldn't give me a refund.
No
So
way.
I literally ended up paying for this whole thing. Didn't get anything, and then we just like had to go wait in line.
I'll
for
tell
an
you,
hour for,
a fat Jew not getting his
Fucking-
food and spending the money. That's an angry man.
Oh my god, dude!
I have
tore a
less
fucking-
shekels and I have an empty wallet and an empty stomach. This is not good.
He rang his little dreidel bell. He's like, "We're meeting in the tunnels. Meeting tonight. New enemy of the Jews. Yankee
I mean, do you see how angry everybody? Citi Field. Citi Field's great.
We actually did Citi Field last year. Pretty decent food.
Great food, and it's set up well.
We shared nachos.
I don't know
out
if
of
we're
a
sitting
hat.
in the poor person section, which is everywhere, but like behind the plate. Maybe they have it set up better, but
Also,
just the
better
regular
places to go get food
concessions.
afterwards too.
So
You're right by Flushing.
my buddy will get me field tickets before. We'll
Yeah.
go on the field before.
Sweet.
And he goes.
I don't know one player on the Angels right now. Other than
I don't
Mike
know
Trout,
Trout.
and he's hurt. I think.
And he goes, buddy, none of your fucking videos on the field.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
When
I
he's-
mean, you're a guest of the Los Angeles Angels.
You can't do a I'm not a perv, but
Probably.
I'm gonna suck someone in the batter's box.
Yeah. There's a couple bats over there I want to suck on, if you know what I mean.
I'm gonna sneak into the locker room, snag a jock strap before
It's gonna be on fucking Deadspin, being like, "Yeah, the Los Angeles Angels allowed some pervert on the field of Yankee Stadium. They had to replace the sod."
This face on fucking ESPN, like.
He's like, "I'm gonna catch a couple balls today." If you know what I mean. All right, we got a new term alert.
Oh, new term
alert. Ugly privilege.
Ugly privilege.
Ugly privilege. So there's hot privilege, there's white privilege.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of privileges. There's now ugly privilege. Privilege.
Is that the privilege of people just assuming you're decent in a fight?
No, but that'll be a male ugly privilege. This is female ugly privilege.
Okay.
So women are celebrating their average looks online, championing their plain Jane genetics for deterring unwanted male attention. When I say I have ugly privilege, it's not necessarily that I think I am an ugly individual, explained one creator who goes by Only Sarah in a now viral video posted this week. I can confirm I saw the video. She is ugly.
Can you post a video with the comments?
I can show you what she looks like. This is her.
Did you see the video I sent where the fat chick was working out and it says 3 days later and it's like she got fatter?
Yeah.
So this is hold on. I gotta unblock the ads here. So that is her.
What a troll.
That's Sarah. I believe this is Sarah.
Look at you
right
fucking
there.
pig.
Yeah.
That's Sarah. She's never been with a man.
Mm-hmm.
I watched her video.
She's never. Is she straight?
Yeah, she's just kind of she's one of the JD Vance cat ladies, basically.
Okay, yeah.
That he's getting in trouble for saying, but she's never been with a man. She's celebrating, and what she says is, "What I mean by that is men in general don't find me attractive, and not in general, or maybe in general. For the most part, men think I'm ugly and they leave me alone. And to me, that's
Where
a
does she
privilege."
live?
She sounded Canadian to me, so I'm going to guess she lives somewhere in Canada. She, along with fellow TikTokers in the comments of the clip, praised their ability to be invisible in order to feel comfortable and safe in a world where women are often ogled, and commodified. So basically, we got a bunch of women. They found a new thing, right? Because it wasn't enough to just be gross.
Yeah. Well, if you're ugly now, you're like, you still. The thing is, everyone wants to be appreciated and have attention and be the center of attention, and ugly people don't get that.
No.
So now they're like, well, how do we get them to look at the ugly people? And we were like,
Open
we're
mics.
actually open mics. Yeah.
How big?
Open mic comedy.
So basically, she's making lemonade right now.
Yeah.
She's been dealt quite the lemon.
Yeah.
The chick is lucky. All you have to do if you're a troll, just get a pair of big fake tits, and
Or just,
I
you know,
mean, I would
go
guess,
outside
dude.
at night.
This is literally by the look of her. This is the type of chick you pay money to be with.
if she had big fake tits,
Oh no, not fake ones, but
I'm not gonna kiss her. I'll
She's
tip
like,
fuck
she's
her.
not.
If I was single and it was late,
She's not terrible.
No, she's not like she's not like
a
some
freak
gar-
show.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
not some
gross.
freak show
Yeah.
gargoyle.
Has really nice areolas though.
But she's just like, yeah, she's
I
like
bet
a five that's just
Yeah.
running around.
she's
Yeah,
fine.
five.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just a five.
Just
that's-
get big fake tits.
Yeah.
What,
Like,
don't you think that's
she's-
the
And
solution?
also, she could probably just thread her eyebrows and put on makeup.
And she's also overweight. Like if she
Yeah.
lost, like, well, I'm gonna ballpark 50, and then fake tits, and then
She's never
need to
been
do-
kissed. She's never kissed. She made
Well,
another
you can
TikTok.
understand. I wouldn't even come
Wow.
in my hand and throw it on her. Can you show the image?
That's her right there.
yeah.
That's her. Right
I mean,
there.
Can
I
you
never-
tag her in the video?
I know a bunch of dudes who would fuck her.
Of
I know a
course.
bunch of dudes who would
Hey,
do it.
guy with two thumbs right here. And I'm gay.
Yeah, just you also save on rent by moving into those neighborhoods with those guys that will definitely fuck that lady.
Sure, the Bronx.
Yeah,
Right?
right by the stadium.
Right by the stadium. And some of the comments are, I grew up as a pretty girl up until my mid-30s, put on a bunch of weight, and now it's like no one sees me. It's sort of nice, actually. I feel safer. And there is some truth to that because, maybe 5 years ago, women were complaining where they're like, I'm not that attractive, and women and men just like, I'm invisible to men, and they were
Yeah.
complaining about that.
Yeah.
Because women basically derive their life force from attention.
Yeah.
Right. So, and she was like, they're not getting any of that fulfilled, and then she basically figured out some mental gymnastics for herself. In order to kind of just,
But also, she's not like doing it. Like it's like I don't know, man. If I dressed like a frumpy weirdo and
Yeah.
fucking, I
But
probably
again,
wouldn't get it. And like I
so-
didn't shave.
yeah,
often, or,
like she's not trying.
Yeah, exactly.
At all.
It's like if
Yeah.
you're doing none of the like grooming things that pretty girls do
Like
or whatever.
she wears like oversized, baggy, like knit sweaters.
Yeah, and she doesn't work out. She's not taking care of herself.
Yeah, it's
She's
like you're
not,
wondering why you don't. And it's like if she's saying
But
she
obviously-
likes it, that's fine. But it's like if you're not doing any of the stuff,
Not doing anything at all.
Gotta put in a little work.
And they say nobody notices them. We're making
everybody
fun of you
here
on the
puts
podcast.
some. Yeah, exactly.
Like, what do you mean?
Yeah,
Like
we all just said that there's points in our lives where we would have fucked that lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, that if I fucked a girl like that, that would be a wake up call for me too. To be like, you would make my life better because I would be like, Jesus Christ, I got to get it together. What am
Even
I
in,
doing?
in sports culture, we would have a thing called slump busters. When it's going bad, you just gotta.
I think
get
that's just
a-
male culture.
Well, what?
Like
just,
it's such
yeah,
a
I don't think
sport.
that's a
I don't think it's
sports
just a
thing.
sports thing. If somebody hasn't gotten laid in a while, you kind of just go bang this fat chick.
no, it's not
start
about
telling
just to
guys
get
to fucking
just get a
hook
little
her.
mojo
Yeah,
back, just to get the
something.
ball rolling.
No,
pun
not
intended.
not slump buster in terms of sex. Slump buster if like you
Oh,
haven't
if you're not
gotten a hit.
hitting well.
Yeah. If you're not hitting well,
Wait, if you're striking out a lot.
Oh,
in
really? So you do
baseball-
something bad for yourself to make you need to achieve.
It's a
Yes.
superstition.
What is
I
the
love
psychology
suggestions
behind?
of this,
because you do something, you get something that's so negative it turns it into a
Oh,
positive.
so you have to change your mojo. It's like
You
how
change
guys
the
like
mojo.
you change your socks or something.
Yeah,
when
yeah,
things are
yeah.
going well.
Slump buster T-shirts. By the way, that's the next one.
Yeah.
The next-
Are you gonna do those?
is there a
Don't
first
serve
one?
this man. Are you gonna get those rolling?
Oh, that's funny. Don't serve this.
I told him because he went into Milk Bar and he did a video. I'm not a pervert, but in Milk Bar, and kind of freaked out the lady who worked there. I was like,
Yeah.
you got to take a picture of your face, right? Don't serve this man on it. Go into Milk Bar, take a picture of it in Milk Bar, and then fucking get "Don't serve this man."
Well, the Milk Bar
t-shirts.
video.
Wait, they have a photo of you up in Milk Bar? That's
Not yet.
I'm like, he's got to put it up.
I did this scam where I'll make some of the videos. Most of them are very genuine, but this one I told the chick, I'm like, it was just her. I don't ever want to make people who work places uncomfortable. Like I don't mind like making people waiting in line uncomfortable, but I don't want some employees like making $20 an hour to feel like shit.
Sure.
So I just bought a cookie.
But all of the young comedians who are like keeping time at comedy clubs where you work, you say that you're going to suck their balls and
Never.
scream.
I shit on them. I don't say they're gonna suck their balls. I told one
Sorry, I
kid if
was
he doesn't
paraphrasing.
get. I told a kid if he doesn't get abs, he's not coming on the road.
That's fair.
That's
That's
fine.
fair.
That's it.
He's like just like that motivational dude on who goes, "I won't." The sales guy.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
like,
that
you don't
bald
have
guy.
abs. Yeah, the bald
Andy.
guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, he goes, "I won't hire you." if
That
you
guy's
don't have
so perfect. He's another freak show I love. He's so perfect.
But he's also been like outed as fake numerous times.
Oh
abs.
yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
they are.
Oh yeah, no.
They're just running some pyramid scheme.
Dude, they're all running. That's the thing. They're all running scams.
Yeah.
Everyone who's like, "This is how you make your life better," is running a scam.
Sure.
It's a new form of religion. It's like, I have the answers to make your life better, and if you pay me $9.95 a month, you can get the
I mean,
answers.
it's not even new. They've been doing this forever. It's just it used to be, you had to go make a video and people would come meet you in like a hotel lobby that you would like,
Yeah.
or whatever hotel conference room you
You would sell tapes or something.
Tapes,
Yeah.
I mean, we're all. It's all scams. Again, go back to politics.
The Boys Cast is not a scam.
Okay, this is not a scam.
We're not giving you advice, dude. It's like, unless you want some primetime knowledge on some pigs, you can go sweep up for premium price.
Yeah, I mean, it's all a scam.
Yeah, that's the Boys Cast scam. We're selling you the fattest chicks you get at rock bottom prices.
That is the Boys Cast diamond guarantee.
Behind the paywall, how do you get the fattest of the fat? You just tell them.
Well, we'll discuss this on the Patreon that we'll be doing.
I have to piss so
do we have
bad.
time for one more, Johnny?
Yeah.
What do we at?
Are
Five
we
more.
all doing the Patreon, by the way?
If you guys would like to.
I'm down for Patreon.
Yeah, I just have to
We-
piss.
Yeah, we're going to take a break. We're going to
Okay.
come back.
Get some claws.
Okay, so one last thing.
Yeah.
This is a good topic. Am I the asshole?
Oh, I love these.
Am I the asshole for getting upset because my husband wants a hall pass?
Hmm.
Okay, so to start off, I'm 8 weeks pregnant, and the doctor advised we not have intercourse until after 13 weeks. So we got a 5-week little gap here. Prior to this, I had 2 miscarriages last year, and we finally have our rainbow baby. As excited as we both are, my husband decided to ask me for a hall pass to have intercourse with another woman since we cannot for only 5 weeks. This guy is insane.
Yeah, this is nuts.
For what it's worth, that is if you're like sharp about things.
But you're about to have a baby. This is gonna say she said yes begrudgingly. It's gonna put a huge stain
dude,
on your
the
marriage.
balls to even ask this is
crazy.
insane. So-
The balls or the champion of men?
Dude, this guy is fucking Randy Marsh with the wheelbarrow balls.
Balls, yeah.
That is, dude, you're about to get your fucking face slashed or something. It says he believes it is just sex, nothing more. Me rolls eyes. He says he loves me and only me, and that he wants to spend his life with me and our children, but he has needs. I, of course, got extremely upset and refused. I told him we could get a divorce and he could be with as many women as he wants. In case anyone wants to know, no, he's not cheating. We were together literally all the time. So please tell me, am I the asshole?
So this is
Am I
why
in
he
the
had
right
to ask
here?
for the hall pass, because he couldn't just go get a fucking rub and tug.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because he could really just, I mean, like, if first of all, if you're this horny where you're fucking knocking up a lady on purpose and you're not in, like, you must know that while you're jizzing inside your wife,
Yeah.
that you are in for 9 months of less sex.
I mean, and he's also married.
Yeah.
And like, this is your
Yeah.
first kid after 2 miscarriages, too.
Crazy request. Like, and
Probably because he was fucking railing her out so hard, it was scrambling these kids' brains. He just really can't get enough. He's just banging her out. They're getting concussions.
Dude,
inside
like,
his
maybe he
fucking
doesn't want
brain.
the
Like,
kid.
1 miscarriage is rough. Back-to-back miscarriages,
Yeah.
she's probably not in a good
two-time
spot.
champ.
Back to back.
He's having dinner going, I can't even have a little baby with her, man.
He might have in the moment told her, like, there was a chick who drove up to the one I didn't show you, but I told you about.
Yeah.
She drove up from Virginia 2 weeks ago to see me, and I was fucking her, and I'm telling, like,
how gross must be the girl who drove from Virginia to see JJ?
She's 21 and
she was wearing a diaper the whole time, shitting herself,
No, I'm
like
not
that
into
astronaut lady.
kids. I don't like kids.
No, like the astronaut.
We're saying
lady.
she's incontinent.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You don't remember the story? Hold on. Does nobody else remember the story about the lady who went to kill the astronaut and to have plausible deniability of how she couldn't do it because she was obsessed with him? She wore a diaper and drove nonstop and shit and pissed herself. So they can't be like, you couldn't possibly get there in time. She sped and wore a diaper the whole time.
And she killed him?
Yeah, I think so.
Why?
Right? Johnny, do you remember the story?
Kind of, yeah. I don't know if
She killed an astronaut. I never heard this before.
Yeah.
Why?
Because no, she was an astronaut.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, she was an astronaut.
She was obsessed with just some dude.
And she went and killed. How'd she kill him?
I think she was just.
Wow. And wow.
What was that?
I think she killed the guy, right? Well, she tried
She was an
to.
astronaut, and she drove 900 miles to attack her ex's girlfriend.
Oh, that's what it is.
Well, that's
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, that's
there's
just
something.
That's just ladies being ladies.
I don't know.
We all thought this was some crazy astronaut who's just killing some guy.
Dude.
When it's just a jealous woman who happens to be an astronaut.
No, but the wearing the diaper so that you have plausible deniability that you couldn't get there fast enough is fucking crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So
What does that
she
say?
wore
to
it
you?
because she didn't want to stop, not because she
Yeah.
wanted to be called crazy.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
no.
yeah.
Oh, what a psycho bitch.
Yeah, this is like a John Grisham
Yeah.
novel, basically.
So I'm assuming this woman drove up from Virginia to fuck you wearing a diaper because she needed that dick so bad.
Dude, I do think that this chick might be crazy.
Oh, you think? what? Give me 3 reasons why you think a woman
One,
who you
she's fucking JJ.
who what you met on
Two, she drove to fuck JJ.
drove from Virginia and
3, she wore a fake belly button ring to fuck JJ.
No,
Did you measure the belly button ring?
She had the real belly button ring.
Oh, is that the best? Is that the tops?
It was.
And would you meet her on the internet?
She snuck into the DMs.
Snuck into the DMs.
Yeah, and she. This is how I knew it was probably going to be a bad decision. She.
Why? Okay.
She goes, I would love to be one of your holes.
Yeah. This girl, you know what? Good for you though. Like you know, not all your buddies get to a level of fame where chicks are driving across the country to come get bashed out. And like fucking,
This is JJ's dream.
this is
why
JJ's dream, dude.
Talks about other guys.
Literally, all you want from like internet fame,
Food?
is you want
Food?
this, chicks, food, and to be able to have complaints against businesses online that actually do something.
And
getting free Delta miles is
just like whatever, where you're like they lose a bag and like because whenever you see someone on Twitter and they're like they have 8 followers and they're like Delta, you lost, and you're like good luck, pal. Okay, they don't give a shit about you. You don't. Nobody's seeing this. They don't care.
I've from the incident of having to stay in Austin last time with Ryan, I got $100 free credit and I got 10,000 miles. That is equivalent to $100. So
I got a similar thing recently from an airline issue.
Doesn't it feel good?
Yeah. I didn't complain online. They just kind of fucking refunded me.
Oh, wow.
Well, there's new laws
And
where
I
they
got
have to
the
automatically refund stuff now.
Yeah, that was the thing that someone told me. There's like they automatically. Oh, Eric Freddy was telling me they automatically refund. So I made that. So I got the refund. So it's probably $500 worth. $500, even for a millionaire, is it's money.
Even
for a millionaire, he goes, it's
that sounds
money.
like some like surly dude in a bar who's like worked on an oil rig his whole life. Even for a millionaire, $500? That's a lot of money.
That's still money. Plus, you get the rush. It's you're just in the love of the game.
Yeah. I'm not. I don't do weed no more. So you got to get that.
You got to get your thrills elsewhere.
But this dude who asked for this fucking this hall pass, that is the most insane move. You're
crazy when they're pregnant too.
Yeah,
like and it's only 5 weeks.
Yeah,
you go like I'm so crazy. You're like you can't just get a rub and tug.
Yeah,
a couple times or whatever during the 5
jerk
weeks.
off a bunch or something.
Yeah, just crank it. Where you're like this 5-week window is just like I'm gonna lose my mind.
And him just being like, yeah, you know, I have needs.
So this is my last question. As a man who's probably spent $30,000 on escorts.
Yeah.
I have never.
Jesus.
Are the pregnant ones more expensive or less expensive?
I would imagine more, but at the same time, they're terrible people, so less.
Wet nurses post pregnancy.
Well, you're not asking for the milk, so that's. I'm just a pregnant.
Prego's expensive.
Normal.
A lot of porn stars, like a lot of OnlyFans chicks, do like pregnant porn when they're pregnant, and they like capitalize on that moment.
Which-
it's like really primetime content.
Which you probably mostly get on Fansly, because on
You ever fucking chick that's
OnlyFans it will be
lactating?
taken
No.
down, I think.
Oh, that's
It's kind of fun.
Yeah,
The
that's
first
it.
time, it's like, this is very novel.
Yeah.
And then, like, after a while, you're like, meh.
I would be worried about like smells.
Nah, it's fine.
Okay, so
Spraying it across the room, then, yeah, you are getting a sour smell after time.
Yeah, you got to clean
But, like, it's kind of like, you kind of just grab a tit, and sometimes it'll just...
Yeah, just spray out.
Oh, I love that.
That's JJ's like dream is to grab a tin and just
milk spray.
I've done it I did it by accident the first time. It just shot across the room. I was like, whoa.
And that didn't get you going. I love
of course,
that.
yeah.
Oh, dude, being sprayed on. Any kind of fluid that comes from a cock or a tit, it's great fluid.
All right, that's been the Boys Cast, everybody. That has been the show. Johnny's calling for time. We don't have any space left on the computer or something. But that has been the Boys Cast. Join us on the Patreon. New episode every week. Patreon.com/theboyscast. The fellas will be joining us for the after show. And we're gonna. If you thought this episode was crazy, we actually are fucking holding back. So sign up for that. We're pretty close to the next episode of Bugman versus Bugman, where Ryan and I are going to be shooting guns. So you're going to want to check that out.
Guns?
Yeah.
Shoot heroin. Everybody shoots guns.
Why not an acid trip? Especially.
I mean, I'll win that. I'm already 2-0. I won
But
the
Ryan-
hot dog eating competition, obviously, and I won the cabinet making thing. So
Ryan would be
together-
great, though.
What?
The acid?
Acid? Fuck no.
But isn't that
Dude,
what makes
that's-
the episode great?
It might not
No,
work. It
but
might
there
not
has to be
work
like
on
a
him.
chance he can win.
I'm going to throw this out there. It might not work on him.
No, it'll work. I mean, he said he took mushrooms when he was in
Has that
college,
joke.
and his brain split apart.
He had the
and he
joke.
had 2 brains or something.
He said for months.
Yeah, for months. It's like
For
made him,
months.
Yeah,
for
and now
months, it
he's
like made
only
him
using
crazy.
the lizard brain since then.
That's why I stopped weed, man. My brothers. Well, I guess we could talk about it on the pod.
Yeah, we'll tell you. Save it for the after
piss.
show. Patreon.
Crossing
Thank you very
swords,
much,
me and
everybody.
Vega.
We'll be back next week. Shout out to Chris Vega, Che Dorena, JJ
Not into all the
Lieberman.
guys, but.
See ya.
Bye.